Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So let's get right into it, okay? I have had a kind of, is the word disdain? I don't really like Kanye West. And I think this started during the end of his relationship with Kim because it felt like, especially when he was separating from Kim, he kept trying to make Kim the bad guy. And all of the things that he complained about when he separated from Kim are the things that he told us he was getting with her for, that he loved about her. He glorified and talked about the sex tape and how he watched it so many times. So a lot of people are saying, especially after what has been happening with Diddy, that Jay-Z is the next person to be exposed. God forbid, because I'm a huge Jay-Z fan. Now, if he did do something wrong, okay, I get it. But Kanye should be the next person to be exposed because I feel like Kanye is a pervert. Now, the reason why I feel like that is because, first of all, no one ever paid attention to this story that Kanye West told, I'm sorry, not Kanye, that Nicki Minaj told, where she was told to come to his studio and he was sitting there naked. You knew that Nicki Minaj was coming there. Why are you sitting there naked watching ORNO? Blank ORNO, right? Why are you sitting there watching that and you knew Nicki Minaj was coming, right? So he did that, and then he actually openly said that he told Safari, who was Nicki Minaj's boyfriend at the time, that he wanted to do. He said, "Hey, do you think Nicki Minaj would do a threesome with us or something like that?" And you know, that's also kind of being like a gatekeeper, right? Nicki Minaj was like a new artist at that time. Why are you presenting that to her? I think, you know, if you're so worried about your daughter and how your daughter is viewed now that you have a child and talking about TikTok and all these other things want to use and sexualize your child, Nicki Minaj was a young artist at that time. She came there for business. Now, if you guys expressed interest within each other, outside of the business, I don't, that shouldn't be mixed. I think you should first present yourself as professional, which he never did. And I'm getting sick and tired of him. He's parading his wife around, Bianca Censori, in, these kind of weird outfits. It's not even fashion forward. It's just like weird stuff. Like even the one photo I saw where she looks like she's naked, but she's not. I think she had on a bodysuit, but the bodysuit was skin color. And then she has a pillow, in front of her. It's just weird, kind of perverted things. And it's like, if you don't enjoy seeing that at home with your wife, fine. But why is she continuously parading around like that? It's just some weird, it's just like, it feels like he has like this weird fetish that's uncontrollable. It has to be pushed out to the outside world. I think that's when a fetish goes too far. It's now being pushed out to the outside world and forced upon us. Another thing is, for Easter, I guess he connected with his kids during Easter, himself, his wife, and the kids. And while he was walking with his son and his wife, I think he was walking with Saint, and then his wife was walking ahead of them. And paparazzi asked some kind of question. He was like, "Don't say anything." And to me, that was so fake, because Kanye West and the Kardashians have allegedly been known for calling paparazzi. He makes these outrageous, he causes like outrageous scenes when, paparazzi is around, but he has been caught calling them. So they purposely call them to show up, to pay attention to what he's doing, to follow him, to video him, to take a picture, and then he has this fake outrage when they get there and say, "Don't say anything." No one has been buzzing or talking about Kanye for a long time, which is good, because the last circle of stories and incidents that he has been heavily focused on his mental health. He's had breakdowns about his marriage and not supposedly not being able to see his kids and things like that. And I think it was more so about wanting to have some type of control over Kim that he no longer had, because they were no longer together. And so now that has died down because he has been, it's kind of like he's gotten a pacifier. Bianca Sensori, his current wife, is to kind of like pacify the situation because his perverted whatever is being satisfied. And so he doesn't have to run after Kim anymore. So now all of a sudden, I think things as far as his kids are okay again. So um, I feel like there's gonna be more stories that come out about Kanye besides the one that occurred with him and Nicki Minaj. And yeah, I'm just not on the side of Kanye these days because he just seems like really perverted. He's been doing things that are like really perverted. Yeah. So what do you think? Are you a huge fan of Kanye? Another thing that I didn't like about Kanye is him. He was parading around with the Make America Great Again hat. He went and met with Trump. He talked about how much he was on the side of Trump, but then also on the same token, he was also the person that was complaining about not being able to get into certain spaces when it comes to the fashion industry and he used the race card. So I just feel like Kanye is somebody who is all for himself. He only thinks about himself and he would only speak on something when it starts to directly affect him. But um I don't think he's somebody that is articulate or knowledgeable enough on certain things to kind of be somebody in the forefront. I think he needs to make his music. He's very creative, do the things that he has been doing, but speaking on certain topics or trying to get us to, black this or black that. I don't think he's the person for that. And it's very annoying because he seems very self-centered, and I think that's the only times when he speaks up on certain things is when he feels like it's affecting him. But he's very biased and one-sided when it comes to that. I don't think he's, the person for that. So what do you think about Kanye? Do you think he's a pervert? I think he's a pervert. I think a lot of the things that he's doing with his wife, parading her around with less than nothing, and forcing us to see that, because I do feel like paparazzi. He's actually, I think I've heard TMZ say that. I forgot what source it was, saying that Kanye would be the one. I think he admitted it himself that he called the paparazzi. You know, especially when he was with Kim. So, what do you think about that? Do you think Kanye would be the next one to kind of, for us to kind of see his downfall? What do you think? I'll see you on the next one.